Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming for this session. So I'm here today to talk to you about the keys for the partnership. But before going through, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you have been to West Africa? Wow. And how many of you have been to Senegal? Wow. So I'm inviting, the others to come and visit, this wonderful country. In Senegal, we have a saying that goes, lu kenn mën, ñaar ñoo ko dàq. I'm not going to ask you to repeat that because it's a bit complicated, but that means in English that what one person can do, two can do it better. So, even when we are dreaming to make progress, we all know that we have to do it together as partners. But in my experience, I have seen so many times partnership failed. But I'm here to talk to you about a partnership that succeeded. In 2011, the West Africa region had the highest birth rate in the world and so few contraceptive choices for women and girls. And we do know that we have to do something with that. And this is where the government of the 9 Francophone countries, with us committed donors and civil society organizations, decided to launch the Ouagadougou Partnership. The Ouagadougou Partnership is not a project. It's not a program. It's a movement. It's a movement to elevate family planning within the landscape on this region that was lagging behind, and you know that this is a region where we have so complex and facing with so many issues on health, Ebola, HIV/AIDS, lack of reproductive health supplies, etc., and the list is long. So recognizing that countries alone, donors alone cannot, make those progress. So they decided to go in partnership and they launched the Ouagadougou Partnership. And they asked me to run this partnership. And I'm pleased to tell you that since we launched this program, this movement, it's not a program, sorry, it's a movement. When we launched this movement, we have had significant results because in 2011, we set a common goal, and that was reaching 1 million additional women between 2011 and 2015. 1 million seems to not be, a great number. But to reach this number, each of the 9 countries have to double its contraceptive prevalence rate within 3 or 4 years, which is really ambitious. And I'm pleased to tell you that we reached this goal because in 2015, in last December, we realized that, and after an evaluation, that we have reached 1.2 million additional women. So meaning that we have overpassed, our overall goal. So why did we get, this success? 2 things. The first is the fact that we have set a common goal. When we are in partnership, setting a common goal, and after having set this goal, we define what will be the contribution of each of the countries in reaching this goal, making each country accountable vis-à-vis of the others. And I think this was a kind of stimulation for the countries to move forward. And without this context of the shared goal, competition could come over. And if you don't have, this, you can see that each of the partner of each member of this partnership will start running after something they could have credit of instead of reaching over the share the results. I did know that when I took over, I came to this partnership in 2012. I did know that the agenda of the partnership, the overall shared vision and goal should be, the priority, so that we keep, the movement going on, reminding all the partners that we are together. So I did something very simple. I cannot pretend that this had made, the success, but it contributed to forge an identity of the partnership. What did I do? I just erased the logos of every member of this partnership to maintain just the logo of the partnership. So that when you saw, this image, that remind you that we have all in this movement and remind us, our commitment to go together. So that was something I would like, to share with you. The other factor of success of this partnership was the coordination. Coordination and coordination. You can imagine the coordination among 9 government, civil society, big organization, civil society, and local organization. So, and this coordination requires a lot of out-of-scenes effort that sometimes people cannot see or cannot evaluate. And I have seen so many times partnership being given to someone who has already a full-time job to coordinate this partnership. And this is not the right thing to do. Coordination and the partner is important, and the partnership needs dedicated and support, and great support. It needs someone who can lead, who knows when to lead and when to follow. Someone who can anticipate the risk, because when we are dealing with big memberships, you have a lot of politics involved. And if you don't prevent, those risks, you can lose all what you have built upon. Let me just, tell you about, the coordination and the out-of-scene. One example, out-of-scene, effort. Last December, we were organizing our annual meeting in Benin. I have recorded 50 hours just on conference call to develop the agenda. Developing the agenda only. 50 hours of conference calls among trying to combine, the desire of the donors with the desire of the countries, with the desire of the local organization, the civil society, etc. But this paid off, because at the end of this meeting, we come up with a renewal of the commitment made by the 9 governments, with also made by all the partners, and then we set another goal, another overall goal, more ambitious than the previous one, because now what we want to do and what we want to reach is 2.2 million additional women in West Africa using modern contraceptive from now to 2020. And I think we'll make it. We'll make it, and this is how we are trying to help women and girls in this part of the world. Thank you so much.